But we begin tonight with new developments in a tragic mystery at sea we've been tracking now since last year. Nathan Carman filed an insurance claim after his boat sank off of Point Judith last September during a mother-son fishing trip. Carman's mother went missing and is presumed dead. Now the insurance company is refusing to pay for the loss of the boat and calling into question whether the sinking and his mother's death were accidental. Eyewitness News reporter Steph Machado joins us now live from federal court in Providence, where lawyers for both sides met with a judge today.
Nathan Carman has never been charged with a crime, but the investigations into the deaths of his mother and grandfather continue. And now these insurance companies want those details to be included as part of their lawsuit over Carman's sunken boat. It was last September when Nathan Carman and his mother Linda went fishing off the coast of Rhode Island in their boat, the Chicken Pox. The boat sank and Nathan was rescued after a week on a life raft. His mother Linda presumed dead. Now insurance companies are challenging Carman in court after he tried to file an $85,000 insurance claim on the wrecked boat. The companies claiming the Chicken Pox sinking was no accident, writing in a court filing that Carman made alterations to the boat hours before taking off on that fishing trip. They claim one alteration left 4 small holes in the boat. The attorneys also saying, quote, his actions or inactions regarding his mother's death are within the scope of discovery as relevant to the sinking, as is his grandfather's unsolved homicide, potentially similarly motivated by Nathan Carman's possible $11 million inheritance. His grandfather, John Chocolos's 2013 murder remains unsolved. Carman was once called a person of interest by police, but he has never been charged. Attorneys for both sides of this civil case met with a judge in her chambers today to discuss the case. The conference was not open to the public or the press, and Nathan Carman did not attend, both sides declining to comment afterwards on what was said inside, other than to confirm the two parties did not settle. The fishing boat insurance claim case is expected to go to trial next year. And in a completely separate civil case, Linda Carman's 3 sisters are asking a judge to deny Nathan Carman any part of his multi-million-dollar grandfather's estate because of the ongoing murder investigation. Reporting live in Providence, I'm Steph Machado, Eyewitness News.
Now at 6, the questions surrounding the man whose mother was lost at sea continue to grow. Now we've been tracking the case of Nathan Carman now since last year. Since he was rescued following a week at sea, he's faced scrutiny from police and even his own family. And now 2 insurance companies are fighting Carman's claim on the lost boat. Eyewitness News reporter Steph Machado staked out a court hearing today on the insurance company's lawsuit. She joins us now live from the Providence Mobile Newsroom with the new details.
Today's closed-door conference here in federal court was part of the discovery process in this civil lawsuit where 2 insurance companies claim the sinking of Nathan Carman's boat was no accident. When the fishing boat, the Chicken Pox, sunk in the waters off southern Rhode Island last year, Nathan Carman floated on a life raft for a week, eventually rescued. But his mother, Linda Carman, was presumed dead. Her death is still under investigation, and 2 insurance companies want what they call Nathan's possible, quote, criminal wrongdoing to be a part of their civil suit over an insurance claim Carman made on the sunken boat. The insurance companies say Carman altered the boat before going on that mother-son fishing trip off Ram Point Marina. And they say, quote, his actions or inactions regarding his mother's death are within the scope of discovery as relevant to the sinking, as is his grandfather's unsolved homicide, potentially similarly motivated by Nathan Carman's possible $11 million inheritance. That grandfather, John Chocolos, was murdered in Connecticut in 2013. Carman was once named a person of interest in his death by police, but has never been charged. Linda Carman's sisters are now separately asking a judge to block Nathan Carman from collecting on his grandfather's multi-million-dollar estate. And Nathan Carman himself was not in court today. His attorneys declining to comment on that closed-door meeting outside of court. But in an email filed as part of this court case, his attorney David Anderson argues that his grandfather's homicide should not be allowed to be part of this civil case. He also says the, quote, tabloid press has had a field day with Nathan. Live in Providence, I'm Steph Machado, Eyewitness News.